The world tells us to hide our weaknesses, to mask our flaws. We strive for perfection, chasing an image of strength and success. The Apostle Paul, however, offers a radical counterpoint. In 2 Corinthians 12:10, he boldly proclaims, "For when I am weak, then I am strong." This statement seems paradoxical, even counterintuitive. Yet within this paradox lies a profound truth. True spiritual power is found not in our strengths, but in our weaknesses. It is when we acknowledge our limitations that God's strength is made perfect in us. This is the foundation of a life lived in true victory. This concept challenges our human understanding. We are conditioned to equate strength with outward success, with an absence of flaws. But God's economy operates differently. He chooses the weak things of this world to shame the strong. He delights in using broken vessels to display his immeasurable power. When we embrace our weaknesses, we open ourselves up to experience his supernatural strength in ways we could never imagine. This is the essence of the Christian walk. In our modern culture, testimonies often resemble self-help narratives. We hear stories of overcoming obstacles and achieving greatness. While these stories can be inspiring, they often miss the mark of true Christian testimony. True testimony doesn't begin with, "Look what I've done," but rather, "Look what God has done in and through me." The danger in self-focused testimonies lies in the subtle shift of glory. Instead of pointing to Christ as the source of strength and victory, we inadvertently draw attention to ourselves. We become the heroes of our own stories, diminishing the immeasurable grace that made our victories possible. This shift is subtle but significant, and it can have a profound impact on our spiritual growth. Scripture is replete with examples of individuals who accomplished extraordinary feats, not through their own might, but through God's power working within their weakness. Moses, a man who struggled with self-doubt, was chosen by God to lead the Israelites out of slavery. David, a shepherd boy, faced down a giant, armed with nothing but a slingshot and his unwavering faith in God. Peter, a man known for his impulsiveness, became a pillar of the early church. These heroes of faith were not perfect. They were deeply flawed individuals who wrestled with their own limitations. But it was precisely in their weakness that God's power was most evident. They understood that true strength comes from surrendering to God's will and allowing him to work through their brokenness. Their stories remind us that God doesn't call the equipped, he equips the called. John 3:30 reminds us, "He must increase, but I must decrease." This simple statement encapsulates the heart of authentic Christian testimony. It's about shifting the focus from our accomplishments to God's transformative work in our lives. It's about acknowledging our weaknesses, not with despair, but with humility and surrender, knowing that in our brokenness, his perfect love and power shine brightest. Let us then embrace our weaknesses, not hide from them. Let us boldly proclaim that in our insufficiency, God's sufficiency abounds. Let our lives be living testaments to the truth that when we are weak, he is strong. For in losing our lives in him, we discover the true meaning of glory, a glory that is not fleeting or self-serving, but eternal, reflecting the very heart of God.